And then to the reel of everything, it was just beginning to end, and do it next year. So after skipping the alternate bout and the plaque and everything else that happened, we get Royce Gracie and Gerard Gorget, two non-American fighters. Gerard's from Netherlands, Royce is from Brazil. 6 of the other fighters that are eliminated are all USA. This fight, now guys, there's not a lot of information about this fight, so I'm going to continue. I'm just going to jump into this fight. So we already know Gerard Gorget has this hurt hand. It's swelled up. And seeing Gerard, he's 38 years old. He's in a ring against a really young Royce Gracie. He also had a little bit of a cut foot and such, and he had the balls to go into the finals against Royce Gracie. They also show the camera that he had a cut in his right foot, a swollen right hand, and Gerard just had the balls to enter in this ring to fight Gracie for the finals. That was extreme. Because if he wasn't capable of fighting that night, Jason DeLucia or the other fighter that he defeated in the alternate bout would have been a late replacement for the finals. It's possible. But the championship ends like this. Fight starts. Gerard's trying to scare the kick. He throws on. And then suddenly Royce does his famous right foot carry. And he tries to pick him up the same he did to Art Jimerson. And at this moment, Gerard is backing up to the ropes of the steel cage. He doesn't want to take the fall. And then suddenly, 1 minute or 40 or so seconds of fight, Gerard would be taken down for the first time in his career on his back. The crowd goes crazy. Ken Shamrock is on top of him at this moment. And he has his arms wrapped around Royce's head and everything. But then the fight would end when Gerard would go completely on his belly and his back between Royce's belly and so him. So he's on top of him. He's grabbing onto Gerard's hand. It's hurting so much. And like I said before, this is also the rear naked choke. Just like he did. Only this time, and he taps. So Gerard taps, but the referee knows that he's tapping, but Royce is choking the crap out of him, and the commentators, the commentators knows that Royce isn't letting go because he wants to make sure the referee knows. He knows, and the fight's over. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that Royce was that bad because some people did treat Royce like crap because every fight he won with Jimerson, Shamrock, and Gerard, that every time his fighter taps out, he does nothing. He keeps holding him until the referee's noticed. Don't get me wrong, I don't blame Royce Gracie for doing that. But of course, they would shake their hand, say good fight, this or that, and congratulations. And Royce would get a check for $50,000. And sideline reporters would come in. Royce Gracie, your first UFC 1 champion. They give him the $50,000 for the inaugural win. Royce thanks his brother, his family, everyone to teach him, to give him a chance to perform in this tournament for all fighting techniques and everything. And of course he did told everyone's strategy to not give a chance to hit him, and that's the main thing. And he wants to win a fight without getting hit. And to be honest, I don't think Royce got hit once in the face in that entire tournament. Which the only person that would have been Art. But, yeah, Royce lasted in that fight somewhat tiny bit longer because Royce lasted fighting 3 fights in over 5 minutes and 3 fights. So that's pretty decent for him to go that distance in 3 fights. Now, of course, the sideline reporter would tell him, what are you going to do with the money? I'm going to go to Disneyland, Royce said. And that was a funny quote. That was a fun quote, him saying. He did say that he wasn't doing it for the money. No change of him. He wasn't doing it for the money. He's here for the owner of the company and the family's doing for the last 65 years. So that was respect, and that's how the show ended. Well, of course, the reporters and Bill and everyone would go to the reporters, and yet again, the awards would come over. Of course, they would last the final minute of the show, and that would be it. That's how the show ends, and Bill Wallace would never go back to UFC again as a reporter. So at the end of the day, I would say that UFC was an interesting division at the time, but I think waiting in the month of March will be something interesting to talk about. But you know what? We're going to have to wait until that time comes. But for now, thank you viewers for watching this video. With that being said, Foxwolf out.